Good day. My name is John Vincent Saracanlao. You can call me Sir John or Dr. Saracanlao. Our lesson for today is recoding data in Excel. I will also be adding discussions on variable view in SPSS. So always remember that calculating device count numbers. It can count how many ones and twos, threes, but it cannot count how many males or female tutorials or non those other non-numeric data. So recoding is needed. So recoding skills are very important in data analysis. It is used to assign values for a score or group so that it will have an equitable scale with other variables. Also for data analysis. It is also used to reassign values of negatively stated variables, which will have consequential impact on the data. Positive stated statements will be coded 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. The higher the number, the more positive the implication or performance. But negatively stated questions or questions would be coded otherwise. The higher the number, the more negative implication or response. Thus, it is important to recode or set positive statements at the beginning, or construct a paradigm from which all is positive, whether implication on performance. The numerical values or codes also increase. If negatively stated and the data has been encoded, recoding is needed. So take a look at this data. We have non-numeric information. Let's say you want to count male and female. So let's say male, female, and you want to count. So frequency, that's your data, and that's your band. It will not count male or female. However, if we change that to male as one, we know that there are three males, and notice that FE1, because that's FE male, coded it as changed it to replace it to FE1. So we need to change FE1 to 2, which is female, and there it is being able to calculate how many ones and how many twos. So we can set now our percentages. So there are 5 respondents. So we set up the percent. So we know there's 60% male and 40% female based on the data. This is just an example. What if you have a lot of data and it's easier to use Excel or SPSS when get and tabulating response? It's easy. You can count it by eyes. But what if there's more? And there will always be more. So let's go now to tutorials, parent, no tutorial, tutorial. Let's just, you don't need the word science there. So tutorial 10, let's say no tutorial will be counted as 1 and 1. So there. And parent would be, we'll consider that 2 because it's relatively higher uh than having none. So there. And the teacher will have as 3 because that's the tutorial come from someone who really knows the topic. So 3. So we have now and we can calculate how many ones and how many threes. So let's go to this one. That would be the least. 1 to 1,000 would be counted as 1. So it has two replacements. And this one is 2. And this one is 3. And this one is 4. Okay. Now let's go to this one. So we have educational, parents' educational attainment. So, uh, high school, college. So take note that this is already, there's a reference to this one. I think there are options for elementary, high school, college, graduate, and postgraduate. So elementary, that's 1. High school is 2. So high school is 2. College is 3. College is 3. And post is post is after grad, that's 3, 4, and college is 3. You have college, graduate, and post. So that's 4 and 5. And you don't have to change it anymore. With that, we can already calculate how many ones, twos, threes, and fours. So it's 1, 2, 4. I'm sorry, I had number 5. So I'll discuss this one later. I'm just showing you the example on how it is able to calculate to count the frequency in percentages. So we all now have our data, and you can just copy, paste, paste. Wait, oh no, sorry. Our formula did not press F4. It did not lock our bin. F4. Okay, so lock the bin, lock the bin, the bin, and we have now count on how many 1 and 2, male or female, and let's say equals to this, and over 5 respondents. Then we have there. We have now our percentages. Yep. Oh, there's a 5 here. Why did it count to 5? We have 3. This is the frequency 1, 2, 3. You have 3, 1, 2, 2, 2. So we have 3 males, 2 females. You have no tutorial, 2 parent, and teacher, which is 3. Why is it counting 4? Let me check the data again. I'll close it. Let's see. Then data, your bin, F4, enter. So, there, it's correct now. There, there. And we'll now count our percentages or 5. There. Good. Perfect. So we now know we have now a tally of frequency and percent distribution of male. We have 60% male, 40% female. We also have tutorial, 40% no tutorial, 40% parent, 20% teacher. We have income of 40% 1,000 to 1,000 to 5,000. We also have 20% 5,000 to 10,000, 20% 15,000 to 20,000, and 20% 20,000 over. We also have elementary 0%, high school 40%. So you have that data, and it's easier to tally data. No, to calculate information using Excel, and you have certain degrees of control in it. So another way is with coding, recoding data. Let's say created you have a result and you already coded the data and it's kind of long. It's like 500 respondents, but you inverse the result. So you just realize it's inverse. So instead of the higher the number, the more positive implication it had, the higher the number, it's negative implication. So what you can do is to recode recoded data. So let's say we have 4, 3, 3, 4, 3, 2, 4, 4, 4. So step one is enter data set. Step two, create table. So recode table. So that's your recode table. So 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 4, 3, 2, 1. And we'll type in v look up and highlight our results and comma and highlight our table. Press F4 to lock it, comma, and 2 will be a reference for it to change. So now our 4 is 1, and all the 3's are 2's now, and the 4 is 1, and the 2 is 3. So, and be careful when calculating. You have to make sure that after you process the data, copy paste it and make sure it is in a form of values only. So we can now count. So I have one. So we have 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, and 4. So we have frequency. Let's see. I'll count this, comma, and then, and there you go. We have 6 1's, 4 2's, and 2 3's. And remember, these results have implications. And if ever you made a mistake, reviewed it in an error, then make sure that you copy the co- connections in Excel. Is very important because if you made an error here, make sure you correct it in the progress line or in the row line. So that's how you recode data. It's very easy actually. Just need to know the information on how to do them. Yeah, paste cells and paste values only. So we have selecting options in SPSS. So as stated earlier, Excel can count non-numeric data. Since data in non-numeric form, both descriptive and inferential statistics can be processed in Excel. In contrast, SPSS can calculate non-numeric data. However, it is limited to descriptive statistics. Thus, arranging values or codes will eventually occur, which means codes and values should not be randomly assigned, and the concept of progressive sequencing model applies. Since values are codes are assigned, the inherent nature of number is all ordinal. All data is ordinal. The software Excel or SPSS assumed by nature of numbers to be progressive. This means that as number increase, the value increases as well as the value it represents. What value it represents. There are 11 columns in variable view in SPSS. Name is self-explanatory. Type can come in various forms. If there are an intention to conduct inferential statistics with the data and the values to be assigned to each responses, then it's best to use numeric, unless data analysis is limited to descriptive statistics. With width refers to the size of the cell, decimal refers to the number of decimal points used in reference to the data, that is, if it has decimal points. Label is an additional name to be added. Values is very critical, and prior discussion on progressive sequencing model should be adhered. Secondary notes on values codes and what it represents if needed to be saved in a soft copy or hard. Yeah, so you have here, you have alignment, so you have nominal, ordinal, so you can just choose from it. Uh, though I highly recommend SPSS because it's fast, it's efficient. Uh, this this book really discusses on the concept Excel and SPSS as an end, simply because you can't jump from point C without going to B. To jump into step by step, it would be harder, more complicated to understand a very fast and efficient program without understanding the fluidity of numbers itself first, which is present in Excel in the discussion in Excel. And remember that most SPSS is a product with it's a product that has to be purchased, and the trial version in only 30, 60 days. So you have to work on it very fast, and it's not a thing you can use the entire year unless your company purchase the package. So and Excel is just you just need a Microsoft Excel and you can run the data. So there are pros and cons to every areas of it, but we're not here to discuss that. We're here to understand the concept, the process in Excel, and the process in SPSS. So our next data lesson would be on criterion and norm-based scaling in group data. I really hope you learned something here on recoding and can use it when you when you start entering your data. You have to be aware of those information about critical information about coding data and the consequences it implies to your results. So that's it. So uh, the book will be released mid-February around the Lunar New Year, and I'm really excited. Uh, I'll post the link in the comment section when it's done, and there's also a website being created for the book itself. So and I hope you can use that platform to discuss more about research or concerns and everything. And that's it. So have a great day.